or they both simultaneously occurred out of coincidence. We received information through informants that one of them was in the Amherst area, and while they were working on that, information came in that the second was in the Wausau area. Does that help?
It does. So that you didn't the officers didn't necessarily know they were in the area until that one traffic stop in Amherst, or is that?
They knew they were in the area. We had received information that the first party was in Amherst. Portage County Sheriff's Department and other agencies set up surveillance, and through 2 different tornadoes were able to surveil the residents, and 2 people subsequently went to leave the residence, and one of them was our suspect. He fled and was arrested.
What do you believe the relationship is between the suspects and the victims?
I can't answer that. We're still working on what all the relationships are.
The case then as well with the 3 victims, what their relationship with each other was? Or
We're still developing that as well.
The 2 gangs that you mentioned, are they Wisconsin or where are they out of?
I'm not an expert on it. Both are in the Midwest area.
Is there a piece of evidence that really was like the biggest piece of evidence that helped you lead you to the arrest?
I think the witness that came forward the first day put us on the right track. By coincidence, the vehicle they were operating was abandoned in Brown County. Unknowing that it was involved in a homicide, it was investigated by Brown County and Kewaunee County why the vehicle was there, and that was put us on the track of where they may be headed.
Do you know why she was spared?
We do not.
you mentioned that some folks reached out saying that information, but can you talk about the role community cooperation played and just the pace of this investigation? How it took just about a week to kind of go from start to almost finish?
From 1 o'clock last Friday, we did not know where the victims were. And once we knew where the victims were, we were receiving information both from citizens and law enforcement nonstop. And it was a lot of work to designate resources to follow up on all those tips. It was very crucial. Social media and the media, both locally, we got it out to the Green Bay area, Wausau area, all of it helped with the investigation.
Can you just clarify if the victims and suspects knew each other, or was it through that gang affiliation?
We have reason to believe that they knew each other because of that debt that was owed.
Do you know what that debt was? Just money, or?
We're trying to learn that now.
Did the woman who talked to you say that she had been threatened at all when she first spoke to the police?
I can't really comment on that other than I think she was fearful.
Along those lines, I spoke to Equate's one of the victims this week, and they also mentioned there was a fear for their life and another person's life that they also knew. Is there any threat to public safety, I guess, going forward off of this in your eyes?
We don't see any threat. Obviously, there's witnesses that cooperated in the case. We're working with them. We're in contact with them to ensure their safety.
Are there any other suspects?
Not at this time. Like I say, there's a lot of information to be followed up on. There could very well be others involved.
What do you know about the residence where the 2 suspects were found?
Very little, because of the time frame of the arrest, the fact that all of us were up all night working on this. All the information isn't in and reports aren't filed on what exactly occurred.
How crucial was communication with the families of the victims?
We were in constant contact. We've been using the Crime Victim Services out of the Department of Justice. I have spoken to family members. They've been very cooperative and assisted us the best they could.
Did the suspects ever have any assistance in eluding law enforcement?
That information's still coming in. We know that they were transported and given rides various places. Who knew what is questions that we have to answer.
When you initially released the names, I think Blackie, you said, was from the Wausau area. Is it surprising that he was still in the Wausau area?
Well, we knew he went to the Green Bay area, Algoma area. We placed suspicions. We assumed he was going to try to get back to where home might be. So Portage County, Marathon County, Stevens Point, Wausau were well aware of the information that we had.
With this incident being gang related, is there concern over retaliatory incidents going forward?
We'll work with cooperative individuals that provide information to us to make sure we can stay in the forefront on that.
To what extent has the local law enforcement had contact with these gangs before?
Like I said, the question is, what contact have we had with gangs before?
But these two particular
These two
gangs?
particular gangs, they're well known to law enforcement. I personally can't say that we have a lot of contact with them, but being on the interstate corridor between Minneapolis, Milwaukee, Rockford, Chicago, it's not uncommon.
When were the suspects transported and are they currently in the jail?
Both of them are currently in the La Crosse County Jail. Both of them came back this morning.
We don't see crimes like this often here. How did La Crosse County figure this out so fast?
Through good teamwork. We have multiple contacts with law enforcement all over the state. We know DCI agents all over the state. It was just a matter of making the connections, getting the right people involved, and we got excellent law enforcement in our state.
I know you mentioned earlier that there's no other suspects at this time, but do you expect any possible additional arrests?
We have no idea at this time. One more if we got it.
The witness that kind of tipped you off into this, I assume she's in a secure place at this time?
She's in a secure place at this time.
Can you clarify where she's from or not yet?
That'll be up to the district attorney's office and what's revealed at a later point on her identity. All right, thank you.